Hey, it's John and Mike from brew-dudes.com. Did you know that I brewed last weekend? I did. Let's go check out that awesome footage right now.
Thanks guys in the studio. Woke up early this morning to brew a Vienna Lager. I'm going to show you some of my mash techniques, also some of the issues I have with propane tanks in the wintertime, and then I'll show you how I aerate my wort before I pitch my yeast. So let's get rolling. Here's the first runnings of the Vienna. Nice brown, dark brown wort coming out of the mash tun, and we're going to look like, well, it looks like we're going to collect about 3 gallons, almost 3 gallons, right off the initial mash. So now I'm going to get my sparge water and rinse these grains and get it up to 7 gallons total for the boil. Okay, and this is the second runnings of the wort. If you don't know what batch sparging is, let me tell you what it is. I actually take 5 gallons of water and put it into my kettle while the mash is doing its thing. So about 20 minutes before the mash is over, I usually do a 60-minute mash. I heat up my water to 170 degrees. As I take the first runnings, I pour it into this bucket. I move this bucket out of the way, and then I bring my kettle over and dump 5 gallons of 170 degrees Fahrenheit water on top of the grain bed in this thing. And then I wait 5 minutes, stir the water around with the malt, and let it pour out. And we're going to capture about 4 gallons of tasty, sweet wort out of this particular runnings, and then we'll boil all of it together in the kettle. Okay, full wort volume is in the kettle, and it's now at a rolling boil, if you can see that. We are brewing in the early morning hours, and the sun is not up yet. And I was going to comment because you probably don't see that, but in the cold, dark northeast, when it is really cold, it does affect your propane flow. And it's hard to get a really vigorous boil because the propane just isn't causing a big enough flame. So what I've had to do is get out this kettle and boil some water and then run it along the line and the propane tank to get that propane flow moving and get my flame up, and so I can get this boil going. There's things I could do to prevent the tank from getting too cold and the flow from getting too slow. I could probably put it in a nice bath of water, but I don't have a vessel to do that. Maybe I should invest in that. It seems weird to have a big tub just for that purpose. So some kettle action, some boiling water, and suddenly my flow is a lot better. My wort is chilled, and now it's time to transfer from the kettle into the fermenter. And since I have this sweet spigot on the kettle, I use a funnel to make sure that that flow gets into the fermenter. And I find this is a good way to aerate your wort. I also use an aquarium pump with an aeration stone, and that's a good way of doing it too. But I feel like if you have this kind of setup, it's a great way to aerate your wort. Well, the sun is just coming up, and it's the end of my brew day, so I gotta be doing something, right? Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, buddy. You know, we gotta get better looking brewers. That guy is ugly.
That's right.
I'm sure it's because he just woke up, but still.
More people out in the field.
Jeez, we gotta get better looking brewers on this show. All right, so that's my Vienna Lager. This is my 4th incarnation of the recipe. This is the Derek Springer Vienna Lager.
Oh, Derek Springer.
I learned
5 Blades Brewing.
Yes, I didn't copy his recipe, but I took his tip about Munich malt not having any place in a Vienna Lager.
So you're doing a 100% Munich malt Vienna Lager.
No, I'm actually not. I took it out. So typically my grain bill has like 1 pound in there, or like.
But I liked your Vienna Lager.
I did too, but let's give it a try. So this is going to be 8 pounds of Vienna malt. This is for a 5-gallon batch. 8 pounds of Vienna malt, 2 pounds of Pilsner malt, and then a little Carafa type 2 for
color
some color.
Cool. Now it's interesting. We tasted Derek's Vienna Lager, right?
Yes,
in
we did.
One of our very early swaps, right?
Yes.
So it'd be interesting to see if Derek still checks in with the channel once in a while when we get to that part.
Yeah,
So,
we'll give it a taste. I mean, the other thing that I'm experimenting with that we liked with the Harvest Ale, distilled water with some brewing salts additions. And instead of gypsum, calcium chloride.
Yes.
So we'll see. We'll see.
And just like that other beer you did, you were calcium sulfate, gypsum.
Yep.
And this beer is just calcium chloride?
Yeah. Yeah.
Screw the rules,
We'll
man.
we'll see what happens.
Screw the rules. Love it. Love it.
So it'll probably come out horrible. But hey, that's what brewing at home is all about. Let's experiment a little bit.
Sweet.
So, all right. So look forward to that. It's fermenting right now.
What do we got, like a month before we taste that thing?
Yeah.
Awesome.
But I'm going to brew a whole bunch of lagers over the next few
I got a
weeks and
huge
months.
bag of Pilsner malt back there.
Oh, really?
I'm going to try to do something too.
Sweet. I need some of your refrigerator space for lagering.
I don't know.
We'll talk about that off camera.
Okay.
But for John and Mike, brew-dudes.com, we brew on.
Cheers.
We brew on.